Just to introduce Tomando briefly to you, we're a global multi-carrier shipping and solution platform. We effectively connect all the world's logistical resource into one common platform and make commerce available to everyone. We enable retailers to connect with carriers, delivery solutions, and promote them to their consumers in the front end of their web commerce or marketplaces. Delivery is key within our business itself. We have, in terms of our technologies itself, we've become one of Magento's 7 premier technology partners. So as Magento sits, we've currently built their fulfillment and shipping, which is going to be core in M1 and M2. We're IBM's global fulfillment partner, and we also work with a number of marketplaces, and we connect to other e-com web commerce platforms and marketplaces through our REST APIs as well. So very much for us, it's about pushing delivery experience to the consumers through your chosen portals and windows. But today, I'm going to focus a bit more on delivering to the customers in a more global pattern for yourselves, and talk about that value and what they want as consumers themselves. So, in terms of where we've got to with e-commerce across the world, in 2015 we got to the heavy heights of $1.6 trillion in terms of spend. And as this industry continues to have new innovations and new solutions coming through, and of course one of the threads through today is very much around data, looking at those customers and their journeys. We have new problems and new solutions to create. Where that will get us to in 3 years' time is estimated to be around about $2.6 trillion. So it's a massive industry that we all work within, and we're all working towards that common goal. What I want to take you through now is perhaps how we got to $1.6 trillion in 2015 as an industry, and how we're probably going to get to the 2.6 as well. Now I have to say, I didn't survive in this particular reign, but in the early 1900s, as commerce started, it was very much about one-to-one relationships with our retailers. And I think this is still true in some areas now, but we'd have our butchers, our bakers, and our grocers in our villages and towns. You know, our grandparents and our parents would know them individually. They would know on a Thursday we would go in and we would purchase some steaks for tea. They'd know on a Wednesday we'd be buying the groceries. They knew about our family birthdays and other events that were going on. It was all about the one-to-one relationship that we had with those commerce stores locally to us. In the post-war years, consumerism was in abundance. We had new products arriving in the UK with lanes from America, new chocolate bars, fantastic new products for us to try, and we all bought into this, which led nicely into convenience stores. Convenience stores then opened, and they took us through a journey every time we walked in through the products that they had. And really developed into what potentially is part of our online experience now, following a journey of commerce as we go on there at the same time. But something's changed recently. It's the consumer, and we're talking a lot about the consumer today and the power that the data that you have at your fingertips with that consumer. But what that consumer is doing that's different now is they're demanding that their solutions fit around their lifestyle. Why is this? Well, there's a couple of different reasons, really. They're becoming more mobile, and we've talked about demographic today, but yeah, there's a very young community that's coming through that are really intensely used to mobile technology. I was talking to somebody yesterday. I remember my son at 1.5 with his swish finger. He's 8 now, but you know he could do it, and that's how easy it was. But at the same time, you know, I talk about my parents who. Still, I ridicule my father for having what's known as a dumb phone, but he has managed to get an iPad recently. So, you know, the thing is that everybody's embracing mobile technology, and the reason it is that you can access your commerce at any point throughout that journey. The other cool thing that's happening as well is that delivery companies, which we've got a few here today as well, but delivery companies are embracing this at the same time and providing new solutions that fit in with consumers' lifestyle. So it's not about having to wait at home for your delivery to be there. It's about having delivery solutions that fit directly in with you, where you are in the day, what you might be doing. And then we've got we've got the big forest of Amazon that are continuing to innovate at the same time. The Amazon dash button, meaning that convenience is always there and you'll never get caught short. So, you press the button and it'll order your product for you straight away. So this is where we're going. It's all additional technology that we have at our fingertips and making sure it all fits in within our lifestyles through mobile commerce, desktop commerce, or wherever it may be. It's being multi-channel, omni-channel. It's making sure that everybody has the availability to have it at their fingertips. So I mentioned at the start, with Tomando, we're a global multi-carrier shipping solution. So delivery is key to what we do. We're very passionate about delivery itself. I think Laura just mentioned at the start there as well. One of the things that certainly we do feel prevalent sometimes is that delivery is often an afterthought. And I was listening to a conversation yesterday with a guy called Luca, who's one of the founders of a company called Finery, a great online retailer. And he was talking about the fact that with bricks and mortar stores, you walk into the store and you have a physical interaction with the product. And that's what drives that conversion in store, is the fact they have this physical interaction with the product. When we go into an online world, we have fantastic website technology now of interaction. Of course, we have all the data analytics that we've talked about now. But ultimately, delivery and returns is the first point within that journey that your customer is going to have a physical interaction with your product. And that physical interaction is really, really important, because that's the point they get your brand as well. So that's one of the key points that we see as delivery and returns being important to businesses themselves. So we did this research recently, which really resonated around what we saw, the growing gap between what consumers wanted and what retailers were able to offer in terms of delivery and commerce. We researched over 1,000 retailers globally and 4,000 consumers. We did a whole range of demographics, as many of you have gone through today, but different ages, retailers from apparel through to electronics, so broad spectrums across all of those elements. And we focused on a number of areas, but in essence, we looked at why do consumers shop online? Well, I've mentioned that previously in this talk already. They shop online because it's convenient. Shops, to an extent, are open to certain hours depending on where they are. Retail push the hours out. But do you know what? I can go online if I'm sat at home watching Top Gear or EastEnders. I can be shopping there quite happily, looking through all the wonderful e-commerce websites that are available. I could do it on my way on the train and the way into work in the morning as well. So it's ready available to me. And as well, I can generally go hunting for product that's a lower cost than where it may be somewhere else. Now, here's an interesting question that we asked. Cart abandonment. I think it's something, particularly within online, that people talk about an awful lot, because these effectively are the lost sales. But 50% of cart abandonment relates to poor delivery fulfillment, with cost, choice, and service being ultimately at the head of that. Now, within this information here, what the consumers are really telling us was, we want to have multiple shipping options, and we want to have them when we're looking at the product in the front end of the website at the same time. It's important for them to know that when they're looking at a product, is it available now, and what delivery options do I have? A number of them were finding, as they were going through a journey, they had to get all the way to checkout before they were told what the delivery options were. Or if the delivery options were there, they were somewhere near the bottom of the page at the same time. So being transparent with the consumers and telling them what's there, but also making it dynamic to them and more personalized to them, creates that conversion in terms of selecting your product and buying from you. So they want multiple shipping options, but one of the questions you might be asking is, well, what shipping options do they want? Well, most online businesses will offer a standard shipping, and generally it will probably be a free shipping option. I think as e-commerce has evolved, that's something that's been expected by everyone. But interestingly, what consumers are saying is they want some of these cool solutions that are out there, some of these new innovations. They want time slot deliveries. They want click and collect. They want to be able to go into your store and collect product. They want same-day shipping. Now, interestingly, what they're also telling us is, if you provide me with a service that's suitable to my lifestyle, I'm prepared to pay for it as well. So it's not just about having free delivery to your customers, It's about the fact that is it a convenient solution for them, and then they will pay for that service. Once they've selected that product and they've ordered based on that service, our journey is not finished there. We then have an obligation to communicate with the customer, be transparent with them and tell them where the product is along the journey. Providing branded tracking portals within your e-commerce journey and branded returns portals as well is key to that journey. It strengthens their relationship with you. It builds on the brand as well. One of the things I talked to with another number of e-commerce businesses, why would you send a customer to a UPS website, for example, which, hey, UPS are a great company, but if you've ever been onto a UPS website as a pure consumer, it's very difficult to read and understand, and there's probably a lot of scary information on there, which will just drive a call back into the customer services team to find out where the parcel is. So providing them with a more simplified tracking experience within your own brand is something that these consumers are looking for at the same time. What value do retailers find in these multiple shipping options? Well, of the retailers that we spoke to, 74% of them said they saw an increase in sales when presenting multiple shipping options to their consumers. 85% of them were able to meet with their customer expectations as well. And interestingly, as cross-border, particularly in the commerce sector, is a big thing at the moment, 72% of them found that they had a wider geographic reach as well. They were able to open new lanes and move to new parts of the world to sell their products at the same time. What about agility in fashion? Well, in taking product in through the what we call the fulfillment value chain, being able to offer the optimum cut-off times to your customers clearly means that you're going to potentially generate more orders throughout the day. So having the most agile and fulfillment solution that you can in place will clearly provide you with the ability to get more sales in at the same time. Now, Omnichannel's clearly a big conversation piece at the moment. Now, I have a very, very strong belief that customers now, we talk about online and offline, but I don't believe that exists anymore, personally. I believe that your brand exists and your customer sees your brand. What they want to do is they want to be able to go onto their tablet or their phone, they want to be able to look at your product, they may want to go into your store, they want to touch your product in the store, they may want to go and return the product to the store. Just as a simple example, you know, I could be going to an event tonight and think I need a shirt, so I can go onto my mobile phone, I can look at my favorite retailer, I could select the shirt I wanted, it's got same-day delivery, I can have it delivered to the reception downstairs, go downstairs, get that shirt from reception. I could try it on in the men's restrooms. If it doesn't fit, I may then have the option to go and return that product to the retailer. I look on my phone, I find out, oh, actually, the local store is only 100 yards down the road. Great, I'll go to the local store, I go in there, store clerk welcomes me in and says, hey, not a problem, you can return that now. Please have a look at our other products, I can try them on in there. I've returned my product, I've got a shirt that fits me, and I'm good. That's a full omni-channel experience, end-to-end through mobile, moving into the store and enjoying the whole of that process. So how do we react to this research? Well, there's just some simple takeaways, really. Consumers are demanding multiple choice options, but the point is making it relevant to them and their lifestyle. Build trust with them, give them your shipping policies. But remember, these new lifestyle choice services, these customers are prepared to pay for these services. They don't have to be free. And customers need to build trust, and they need to have transparency in where those products are. Provide them with the information, SMS notifications, email notifications, but brand them to your e-commerce journey. Make them feel part of your business. Don't send them away to another facility where they may not understand the information and they become frustrated. Returns is a great opportunity to complete that journey for them as well. You know, for many years, I think returns may have been seen as a barrier to sale because the product's coming back in. But you know what? If you provide them with a good returns solution, the next time they want a product, they come straight back to you because they had a fantastic experience the last time they did it. And from an omnichannel experience, if you have bricks and mortar stores, you know, use them, do fulfillment from store, fulfill your products from the stores, provide same-day solutions. If you don't have stores, there's many click and collect options around there at the same time. So use all of the available elements to you within shipping and we can make this a great journey. So, from what I've told you today, you might be sitting there thinking, well, great, Oliver, how do I get multiple shipping options? How can I do branded tracking portals? How can I provide branded returns? And what if I need more carriers? Well, my colleague Robin and myself, we're here today, so please come and have a chat with us. But that's me. Thank you very much.